there's no denying the electricity Conor McGregor has brought to an already stacked weight division. You just got to wonder, is he calling down the thunder with Jose Aldo? And how scared can Jose Aldo be? This is a kid who comes from the streets, who came from nothing, who was cleaning the floors of the gym, and then went to become the world champion and the best we've ever seen in that weight division.
But how about that world tour? Every stop better than the previous one. UFC 189, Aldo versus McGregor, already sold out July 11th from Las Vegas, Nevada. You can only see it on pay-per-view. All right, coming up next, a popular pick for some performance bonus coin here. Jorge Masvidal's current form is only good for the best of his career tonight. He'll be looking to pluck off yet another young up-and-comer. Of course, we're talking about that man, Raging Al Iaquinta. He gets the step up in competition on the strength of 3 consecutive stoppage wins due to strikes. And then later, yet another big spot for one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
If you look at Chad Mendes' most spectacular victories inside the octagon, you're looking at the fight with Clay Guida, destroyed Clay Guida, destroyed Darren Elkins, looked spectacular in some of these fights. Looked like a guy that if he continues to improve at the rate we've seen inside the octagon, he could very possibly one day be the king of the 145-pound division.
Well, Brad, they've been talking about this co-main event all week long here in Fairfax, Virginia. 2 mean, nasty, no-nonsense lightweights, Al Iaquinta and Jorge Masvidal.
You know, Al Iaquinta, he feels like Masvidal may be overlooking a little bit, and that'd be a mistake. And Masvidal just says, look, this kid's not on my level. I am better absolutely everywhere in this fight. I'm looking to dominate. I'm going to bring severe pressure. Took him 2 times to make weight, but that's pretty common for Masvidal. He's always struggled to make the weight a little bit at 155. He's accustomed to doing this.
Had a final half-pounder cut, came back later, and was able to make weight. So Al Iaquinta has blasted through his last 3 opponents with frightening potency today. He draws a surging veteran with a similar hot streak, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal.
Iaquinta has been on a roll.
I'm gonna keep whooping ass and I'll get that bonus.
His last 3 fights in particular have been the best fights of his UFC career. Al has shown knockout power. And he has shown growth. What I was really impressed with was the maturity that he showed, especially in the Lozon fight.
Oh, beautiful left to the body.
He picked him apart methodically and technically. It was absolutely beautiful. For young fighters like Al Iaquinta, there are these progressive steps, and then there are these big leaps. Masvidal is a leap into world-class competition. For Masvidal, this is a very dangerous fight. Al Iaquinta is looking to make a name for himself. He stopped 2 very big names in the sport. Masvidal wants to hold back Al Iaquinta and reaffirm his position as one of the top lightweights in the world. It's very similar to the opportunity that he had with Darren Cruikshank and with James Krause, 2 tough young fighters that he shut down. Cruikshank caught him with a big punch, cracked him, but he changed it up on him and won a clear-cut decision. With James Krause, he showed his ability to adjust and land shots that Krause did not expect coming. Masvidal has a very comprehensive mixed martial arts game. This would be the toughest fight, without a doubt, that Al Iaquinta has ever faced.
Coming up next, it is the co-main event as Jorge Gamebred Masvidal battles Raging Al Iaquinta.
Chip after this.
Our tale of the tape is sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Number 14, Jorge Masvidal, 30 years old. 15th ranked Al Iaquinta is 27. 1 inch is the difference in height. We'll see if Masvidal can take advantage of a 4-inch edge in reach. All right, now to get us started for the co-main event, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 11 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Woodstock, New York, raging Al Iaquinta. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a boxer holding a professional record, 28 wins, 8 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, Jorge GameToast Masvidal. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
Keith Peterson, our referee. Vanessa Hansen is here. Thank you much. Ready to go. Round 1 of a possible 3.
Sir, are you ready?
Al Iaquinta, slight underdog tonight against the -125 favorite, Jorge Masvidal. Gamebred wearing the blue, Al Iaquinta in the black with red.
I asked Iaquinta about his power and just said, is this something you knew you had naturally? He said, honestly, I don't hit that hard. He really attributes his knockout wins to his accuracy. He says, Ray Longo has me punching so much more accurately and putting my punches together. He goes, that's why the result has been knockouts. It's not my natural power. Interesting to hear him say that.
And really breaking guys down with volume and, as you said, accuracy, more so than, one punch fight-ending ability.
Yeah, that precise approach, but it's going to be tough to do against Masvidal, to beat a guy like Masvidal, you've got to present multiple threats, not just in one dimension. You've got to be able to take him down, strike with him, present those kind of combination threats, because Masvidal can do everything well.
Iaquinta really jumped at the chance to take this fight. Feels like staying active is going to be a big key to his success. Kept honest there by the Masvidal jab.
Oh, and it's a smart move by Iaquinta. I mean, this is a big step up in competition. This is a named guy who's been in there with some of the best in the division. Iaquinta knows if he can beat Masvidal, he's only going to continue to surge up the rankings of the top 15.
Really amazing, too. Masvidal's had a lifetime in the sport, and yet just 3 years difference in age between these two guys.
Yeah, 12-year pro. He's been fighting since he was 18. And Masvidal said, look, if Iaquinta chooses to stay in the pocket with me, it will be a massive mistake. I'm not afraid of his power at all. He believes he'll easily outbox Iaquinta. Some nice defense thus far from Masvidal. You saw check a kick and then immediately block a head kick as well.
Iaquinta starting to work that body with good effect.
He's throwing good variety so far. Masvidal, but eats a huge flying knee there. Oh, and a big body kick slips right underneath the elbows of Iaquinta.
Perhaps Masvidal, as he lands twice with the left hand, has heard the birds chirping about him being a slow starter. But even when he has started slowly, he's come on like gangbusters and made his wins very decisive.
Yeah, super smooth, very technical everywhere. Really gives a lot of credit to his striking coach, Paulino Hernandez, who was a multi-time medalist in Taekwondo and boxing in Cuba before he defected to Chile. Very important part of the training for Jorge Masvidal. Some smooth jabs here from Masvidal, and that's actually something that I thought was a big improvement for Al Iaquinta. In his last fight against Joe Lozon, he tripled up on left hooks, went to the body, worked it all the way upstairs to the head. Really developing his striking skills, but here he's getting outclassed a bit by Masvidal in the pocket, just as Masvidal predicted.
Nice, loving the fakes, good. Ain't your way in, though. Watch the distance. Nice, Al, very nice. Very nice, keep him guessing.
Got to think that power corner, Matt Serra Ray Longo, gives the 27-year-old Iaquinta a lot of confidence in these big UFC spots.
And he was listening well, too. They want him to fake a little bit. They wanted to keep him guessing, and it was working for him.
Iaquinta's been the more active party early. Masvidal the more accurate. Nice spinning attack there.
Another nice leg kick landed there from Iaquinta. He's really thrown a lot of diversity the way Masvidal comes from that Jeet Kune Do background for his head coach, Ray Longo.
And good way to combat that arm reach by attacking with the legs. Man,
blocked
he gets
by
that up quickly,
Iaquinta.
huh?
Man. Oh, nice combination there from Masvidal.
Good poker face there by Iaquinta. Got to think that left hand tagged him, Bry.
And I'll tell you what, Iaquinta immediately went to pull guard there. It's because of the potential Darce choke from Masvidal. He's going to go for a heel hook here. Masvidal rolling out, but it's blocked by the left foot of Iaquinta. Masvidal smiling and laughing. This guy's just seen it all in there, man. Oh, another flying knee. Iaquinta's hurt.
Seconds winding down in round one. Masvidal smelling a finish. Masvidal really trying to make his statement at the end of round one. Lands
He's pouring it on. He just cut open under the right eye of Iaquinta.
Deep breath, that's what we want. It's the war we wanted. Good. Give him that round, dude. You got the next two. Breathe. I want the fakes going. Look, when you miss with that overhand, go to the left hook to the liver. All right? Let's go. You're warmed up now, brother. All right? We're not giving him an inch now. Cut below the eye, we're good. Breathe. Take some water. Come on, you got cardio for days. We got to now we need it. This is what we need it now, right?
And take a look at some of the extras at the end of that round. Beautiful combinations from Masvidal. Steps back, keeping his range, forces a bad shot here, and then comes with another flying knee. That was the second one he landed. See him open up the cut, and he lands a punch to the temple, rocks Iaquinta, and then he poured it on with his ground and pound at the end of round one. Huge way to finish for Masvidal.
And a huge elbow to open up that cut of Iaquinta. They worked hard on it, but it is still open as we begin round two.
You ready? Fight.
So Jorge Masvidal at his accurate best in round one. Iaquinta's chin held up about as well as it could.
Longtime teammate of Masvidal, Yves Edwards, told me he believes that Masvidal has the best boxing in the lightweight division, which is a significant statement for a division that talented. Certainly showcasing some skills there in round one. But you got to appreciate Matt Serra in that corner telling Iaquinta, this is the war we wanted. Fine, give him round one. You'll get the next two. Don't give him an inch. Love the intensity.
And they were quick to remind Iaquinta about his elite cardio.
I think Iaquinta needs to get back to some of those fakes and feints. He was faking some strikes, causing Masvidal to flinch a little bit, slowing down his offense. Again, it's just tough to beat Masvidal when you only present him with one threat. You know, if you're not trying to take him down and strike and presenting a three-dimensional challenge to him, he's a very tough guy to defeat.
Well, and at least at this point, unofficially, Iaquinta 0 for 5 on the takedowns. A definite confidence in the eyes of Jorge Masvidal, and again, able to slip that head off that center line and out of harm's way, taking advantage of his reach.
A little slip there.
So Iaquinta facing some adversity that he hasn't seen in a long time inside that octagon, and is he wearing it on the right side of his face?
And he's got a lot of blood flowing underneath the right eye, but that's not going to bug him at all because it's underneath, so. could come into play if they end up in a position where Masvidal's looking for a choke. Sometimes that can allow the arm to slip under the chin a little bit easier because that blood will make it nice and greasy.
Under 3 minutes now to go in round 2. Head strikes, about a 3-1 edge for Gamebred.
Oh, nice return kick there from Iaquinta.
Iaquinta continuing to work that lead leg of Masvidal as we cross the midpoint of this fight.
Big right hand landed there from Iaquinta. Oh, nice work there from Iaquinta. Abandons the leg, comes back with the right hand. Starting to improvise a little bit here.
Masvidal able to land to the body.
He goes for the outside crescent kick. He's trying to drop that heel on the head of Iaquinta as he ducks and slips.
Masvidal very much looks the part of pro boxer, the way he moves his head, moves his hands.
And he really feels comfortable inside the pocket.
Side to side, let's press a little bit. Body and head, mix it up. Body and head, Al. Minute 15, we gotta put more pressure.
Takedowns easily defended by Masvidal. In fact, rather than defend the takedowns, he's using the opportunity to land strikes against Iaquinta.
Very composed effort out of Jorge Masvidal, as you'd expect for a guy in his 37th pro fight.
Now he switched to a southpaw stance. It could be just to change things up, but he has eaten a lot of leg kicks on that left leg from Iaquinta.
And certainly a nice response in round 2 from Iaquinta after the way things ended in round 1.
Yeah, Masvidal can't get overconfident in this fight. Iaquinta's as tough as they come.
And continues to get after that lead leg.
An outstanding takedown defense there from Masvidal. Iaquinta's going to try and force it and get under the hips.
Thought that entry was all right, but it doesn't work out. Iaquinta now 0 for 8 on the takedowns as we wind down round 2. Fox Sports 1 UFC Fight Night, Mendez versus Lamas is sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. So we had the chance to listen into that power corner. Matt Serra, Ray Longo in between rounds for Iaquinta. You seemed entertained.
I was. I wish I didn't have to censor what they said because it was certainly entertaining. But they want Iaquinta in Masvidal's face. They feel like they stole that second round, but they said they need a huge round here in round 3.
Well, clearly there was less output from Jorge Masvidal in round 2. But the takedown defense has been a big story in this one.
Oh, big body kick. Stepped into it there from Masvidal. Looks to be a little more aggressive here in round 3. He sat back a little too much there in round 2, and Ray Longo wanted Iaquinta, hey, I need combinations. Go to the body, come back to the head, but you got to get in this guy's face. I'll tell you what, Iaquinta continues to work on that left leg of Masvidal, which is really starting to get purple. We saw Masvidal switch to southpaw there in round 2 because he ate too many kicks. Oh, and a big right hand there from Iaquinta.
Masvidal wisely avoids that attack by Iaquinta and now starts to get off with his left hand. Ray Longo calling for combinations out of Al Iaquinta. They believe the body will open up the head.
Yeah, sometimes if you go to the body, you lower the guy's elbows to block those shots, and you can come back upstairs faster than he can return his hands to that defensive position.
Again, Masvidal finding a home for that left kick. Iaquinta's cardio outstanding, allowing him to rally in this one under 3 minutes to go.
And we haven't seen Masvidal really return to the combinations he threw at the end of round one. He's been very smooth with his left hand, with his jabs and his hooks, but he's not really following it up with anything right now. And he's allowing Iaquinta to throw with more volume, which can sometimes influence the judges. But man, that left hand is smooth. Very quick. Another nice leg kick landed there by Al Iaquinta, though.
Again, though, Masvidal keeping Iaquinta at bay with those hands.
The left leg of Masvidal is an absolute mess. It does not look as bad on the TV screen as it does in person staring through this cage, ladies and gentlemen. Under 2 minutes left. I expect to see a little bit more sense of urgency from Iaquinta here.
Well, the leg strikes piling up for Iaquinta and landing at a great clip, 19 of 24 to this point in the fight. Perhaps Masvidal sitting on the lead a little bit that he had established in round one in round two.
Yeah, you always got to be careful with that, too. You just never know. Oh, but he eats a big right there from Iaquinta. He grabbed the wrist and came right through. Oh, he attempts a scissor sweep.
A little slip there by Al. Nice combination by Iaquinta.
He's really pressed the action. Again lands another nice right hand. Acknowledged by Masvidal.
Keep backing him up! Al, keep backing him up! Body head!
Good jab by Iaquinta.
Masvidal's just found a home for another shot to the body. Absorbed by Iaquinta. Masvidal's found a home for that left hand all night. And it stopped a lot of the combinations of Iaquinta. Just keeps pumping that jab right in his face.
Under 30 seconds now to go in this one. Stakes are high in the lightweight division. Iaquinta trying to rally. A lot of energy expended by Gamebred in round one.
Another huge leg kick and another one landed by Iaquinta. Letting it all hang out here to end the round.
Again, chopping at that leg. Outstanding fight as we expected between lightweight contenders Al Iaquinta and Jorge Masvidal. We'll get you the official decision and talk to the winner after this as UFC Fight Night rolls on. All right, back live, Fox Sports 1, UFC Fight Night, Mendes versus Lamas. Crowd here in Virginia really appreciating the efforts out of these lightweight contenders. Jorge Masvidal and raging Al Iaquinta, both guys trying to run their winning streaks to 4. The lightweight division more populated than any top to bottom in the UFC. Not a lot of margin for error. The winner of this forthcoming decision figures to take a giant leap forward. All right, now the official decision is in. Let's send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, Iaquinta. 30-27, Masvidal. And 29-28 for the winner by split decision, raging Al Iaquinta.
Give me a minute now. Give me just a minute. All right, well, the crowd doesn't like the decision. Just give me a minute here with Al Iaquinta. Congratulations, 4th consecutive win. You really rallied after a tough first round. I know you don't like that crowd reaction, but you were strong in rounds 2 and 3. Congratulations. Your thoughts on the fight?
Whatever, man. Are you guys booing me? You better not boo me.
after that first round. Your thoughts going into that second round? You felt like you had the cardio to hold up?
I'm good, I'm good.
Al Iaquinta.
Emotions run high, tough fight, laid it all out on the line, and interesting when you get a 30-27 for one guy, 29-28 for another. Masvidal was the more accurate guy, very smooth, but it seems the volume of Al Iaquinta and the leg kicks are what really turned the tide on the judges' scorecards.
He's an emotional guy, that Al Iaquinta. Let's get you the Move the Fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, where you can get unlimited data, talk, and text for just $30, period.
Here's some of the highlights, and there were a lot of those leg kicks landed. I'm telling you, Masvidal's leg is chewed up. Here, Iaquinta's able to hold the right wrist and come with an overhand. Masvidal was very smooth and very accurate. Clearly won round one. Interesting decision, but you know, when you put everything you have into this, these wins and losses are so cataclysmic that your emotions are so high. You know, tough for both guys.
Well, the significant strikes tell you Masvidal landed at a far greater clip. It goes to Iaquinta. What do you think will be the best move of the night? Tweet and let us know at #MetroMove. And tune into Fox Sports Live after UFC Fight Night for the winning move. All right, well, in 3 weeks, the UFC returns to pay-per-view and features arguably the best athlete in all of MMA.